Hi everyone, I hope you are. This is CoinsKid. I'm just going to dive into Dogecoin. The ticker is DOGE and it's versus USDT. So right now Dogecoin is doing really well. Okay, if before you watch the video, can you just smash a like button for me, and if you're not a subscriber, do please subscribe to the channel. Yeah, and just thank you for your support, and get involved in the Patreon, the Telegram, the Twitter, and all that kind of business. All the links are on CoinsKid.com. Okay, so for me, you know, this is just a longer drawn out version of this particular event that we went through just here, when we come up and we bolted up and we ran into low resistance, coiled back down, found a base level of support making high lows and lower highs, and we formed this kind of horizontal, you know, and then we broke out eventually, and within a couple of months we was up there basically for Doge. So if you look here, it's mirroring it basically. It's just a longer drawn out version of it. You know, you've got your peak just there, you've got your peak, you've got your low just there as well, that low, and then you fell into a correction, there, you know, and you create basically an ascending triangle and a bit of a cup and handle pattern. You know, you've got this cup and handle pattern here, which you fell back and you're creating the handle, you're breaking out and you're coming up to retrace to these highs. Once you break out of that, you're looking to go long, okay, for Doge, and it's looking for continuation. Now we have got a technical target, and exactly the same happened here. Look, you got your little cup and handle, came back. Once you broke out, you were gone. Okay, there's a bit of a neckline just there, and you can see it is essentially one big massive ascending triangle, you know, which is bullish continuation pattern just here in this previous correction as well. Look, you came in resistance, fell back to support, resistance, came back to the EMAs, and essentially broke out, forming a big, huge ascending triangle within a large one. Do you see that continuation pattern? Holding the EMAs, broke out. Okay, and you're doing exactly the same here. You formed a buy and go to the reach signal from CoinsKid. It's a longer, more drawn out level of resistance and consolidation. You've got this primary level of resistance of 0.50 at the moment, and you can see, you know, you're doing something like this, resistance, come back, you start to come up here right now and break out. You potentially fall back to a key level support, 382 as a wild guess, or wherever the EMAs are when we get to that point. Okay, fall back to them as support, again creating another ascending triangle within a large one. Breakout, you're looking to go long, aren't you? You know, you've got that big cup and handle pattern as well. So your technical target down the line, you know, this is all a future play potentially. When you do start to do a retracement to this particular high at 34 cents, then you can see the breakout takes you to 786, and with that you really are moving impulsively, just like you did here. You retrace, you came back up to potentially 786 just there, and then you consolidated, and then you broke out, and you met all the technical targets to the upside. Absolutely took off into space and melted faces right here. Go overextended and roll into a correction. So very rinse repeat, isn't it? You know, and this is why I've always remained bullish, because you're creating bullish continuation patterns, not bearish, you know, bear market or sort of zero patterns, basically, like I like to call them. You know, there's no bearishness about this particular project here or this particular chart. It's very bullish. It's looking for continuation, and you're breaking out of resistance already. That gives confidence to the fact that you are looking for upside. You know, and you only have to move to the left to see previous patterns, the way they're formed, and rinse repeat on a smaller scale to get more of a confidence as to what you're looking at going forward. Do you understand that? So always look to the left. Always look to the left. Look how rinse repeat this is. You know, you got this horizontal resistance, came back for support, broke that resistance, ran into the neckline of this particular resistance, this ascending triangle, came back for support, and eventually breaking out. You're doing exactly the same. Look, resistance, came back to support, eventually breaking out, run into a level of resistance, come back for support. You know, you're looking to retrace to these highs, aren't you? So you've got this level of resistance just there, and you've got that level of resistance just there. So I do think that, you know, potentially you broke out here yesterday. You've got a buy and go to the beach on the daily, which is fantastic as well. You're rallying back into it as support. If you do start to see more of a rollover, I'll put some cheeky bids on 24 cents, okay, for Doge. Fantastic entry point, because like I said to you, when you start to rally above the EMAs like that, you do usually come back into him support, and it offers a fantastic entry point moving forward, and you hold him as support and keep creeping you up, and essentially, look, you form a big ascending triangle. You break out of that, you're going to be looking at that impulsive move to there, and once you break that, you're looking at, you know, retracing of a technical target of a huge cup and handle and essentially a large ascending triangle. Okay, and look, it's even one big massive beautiful W bottom pattern creating high lows. Look at that, it's beautiful. It's reversal basically, you know, and you're coming up, you meet that target at 53 cents, Once you meet that, I do think you're going to get the full retracement to the 74 cents, and with that I do think you're going to get that sort of parabola, that mania phase that we're looking at, like we got here when we broke out, and you got that mania phase for Dogecoin, and I do think that you're looking at $1.91, and that's always been my target, okay, since we load out down here. That's always been my target up here. 191 is a 1618 fib, and you can see how impulsively we do move for Doge. So yeah, you're going to run into resistance. This is normal, okay, you are going to run into resistance. So for me, you've got the 1272 at $1.12, the 1414 at 139, and the 1618 at $1.91. Moving forward for Dogecoin right here. So from here right now, that is a continuation of around about 616% for Doge. But if we do get a small little pullback here, you know, I think that you could get fruitful off the 20 EMA on the daily, because I think you're starting to flip into hyper bull mode here for crypto, and potentially that daily buy and go to the beach signal before back to its support could be an even greater entry point here for Dogecoin. And from there right now, you could be looking at further appreciation of around about 660% for Doge, taking us to that technical target of $1.91. Okay, but like I said to you, it's not going to be an easy ride. There's going to be levels of resistance above. You know, you're going to run into them, come back, run into them, come back. You know, but once you start to break out of the high like you did here, look, when you start to come up, look how quickly and swiftly you can actually come up and meet the technical targets above. So yeah, that's Doge. A little update for you today on Dogecoin. A lot of people don't understand why I cover it, but you know what, you have to cover it. It's a crypto coin. It's been around the block, you know, it's got longevity, it's looking for continuation. One thing I've never done with you actually, and I don't even think I've done it myself, is look at the pi cycle top indicator. Okay, so right now you can see that was a false call. Let's have a look at the previous bull markets here. Where are we? I need to go back and get a little bit more data for this Doge USD. Let's have a look and see what this called in previous bull runs. There's some previous TA I've done. Let's have a look, see if it called a pi cycle top. It called a bit of a top there, correction. That was out. So you know, I was thinking, because this has got longevity, we could potentially use a pi cycle top indicator to show us an exit signal. But you can see if it would have adhered to this way back in when is this? This was in February of this year, we would have been out of pocket basically, because we've got continuation. So I'm not going to adhere to the pi cycle top in this particular project, but some other projects are looking relatively accurate for the pi cycle top indicator. Okay, so for me, you're looking at the 1618 fib extension of around about $1.91, isn't it? Let's have a look at that on the other chart just there. Just a clarification, we're looking at $1.91 blow off top. Essentially for Doge in this bull market. Okay, that's Doge. Take care everyone, back soon with another update on Dogecoin. It's looking really bullish, breaking out key resistance. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.